Hey everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Who Secretly Wanted to Marry You in the Past, okay? We're going to take a look at it. We have 3 piles to choose from today, and we'll be getting initials at the end of each pile to verify your reading, okay? We have pile number 1, which is the black tea light, pile number 2, which is the orange tea light, and pile number 3, which is the white tea light, okay? So take a moment and take a deep breath, center and gather yourself. And you can go ahead and drop down to the description box below to choose your pile and to go directly to your timestamp. I've been wanting to do this reading for a while. It's been on my list to do, so I'm excited to do this for you guys today. For those of you who are curious and wondering if you suspected that someone from your past wanted you to ask, maybe wanted to ask you to marry them or something like that, we are going, not something like that, but actually like that. We are going to go ahead and take a look at it for you guys today. And just another quick announcement for those of you that would like to book an astrology reading, there'll be a link to my astrology website called Lilith Rising Astrology. And for those of you that would like there's still a couple of slots open yet for the month of January. And I will go ahead and open up slots as each month goes. But if you're interested in that, you can book a natal chart reading with me. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the black tea light, and today's reading is called Who Wanted to Marry You in the Past, okay? We've got an initial bag. Stick around to the end of the reading. We will be getting initials to verify your reading. Thank you so much, pile number 1, for being here today. So let's go ahead. I'm going to draw a couple of cards here, and then we're going to look at your oracle cards as well. So for pile number 1, okay, I just heard I'm leaving on a jet plane. So this could have been somebody that used to live where you lived, that moved far away, or that moved across the country. Somebody that was in town. Okay, there's the Ace of Wands. Somebody who's thought of reconnecting and rekindling a connection with you multiple times. And for some of you, this person could have been like sweeping back into town or coming back into town to see you again, okay? I heard I just don't want to feel like it's easy come, easy go. So this person may have a very busy lifestyle, or they may travel for work, or they may be gone quite a bit of time, okay? And I feel like at times they wonder if they could pick up where they left off with you, with the Ace of Wands, pile number 1, okay? I just got the name Tristan and Devin. Tristan and Devin, or the initials T and D. There's the 5 of Pentacles, especially when this person is lonely. And there's the Page of Swords reversed. So this person maybe not having the self-confidence to reach out to you, and maybe really not knowing what to say after so much time has passed. Also, I feel like with the 5 of Pentacles and Page of Swords reversed, pile number 1, this person chickened out is what I'm getting as well. And I feel like this person became very shy around you, and I feel like they chickened out a little bit. It's like they withdrew because they didn't know what to do. But let's see what else. There may have also been something going on with this person's money or income or job as well that caused them to kind of bow out is what I'm getting. I feel like they regret, with the Page of Swords reversed and the 5 of Pentacles, they deeply regret not saying something when they could have. They deeply regret it, pile number 1, okay? Let's go ahead. I mean, once you miss an opportunity, right? Page of Swords is that you know, after a moment passes by, you can't return to that moment. And I do think that this person has thought about a certain moment with you and wishes they just would have, even though the moments pass you by. It's that song by the Goo Goo Dolls. If you guys remember that song, Name. Okay, anyway, that song is popping into my head right now. Maybe some of you like that song or you know it. You can look it up. It's called Name by Goo Goo Dolls. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 1. Anyway, I just keep getting lyrics from that song, okay? But pile number 1, it's we gotta go ahead and maybe that was your feeling too, pile number 1, that you knew that there was something there between you and this person, but it's like, okay, we gotta, you know, we gotta move on, or we can't go there. But let's go ahead and see. Oh, there's the King of Wands. Okay, this person's like, now that I'm older and more confident and I know more of who I am and what I want in the world, I sure as hell should have said something. I sure as hell should have made my intentions clear, okay? So this could be somebody that, you know, years ago didn't have the most confidence, pile number 1, but as they've grown in stature and as they've become more self-assured, they, I feel like they're saying if the same thing were to happen today, I would have jumped on that. I wouldn't have let that chance kind of like slip by. Let's see what else here. Ooh, Scorpio. Wow, pile number 1. The King of Wands and Scorpio. So we could have a fire sign with a Scorpio here, okay? If you had a Scorpio from your past. And I feel like this person's life, they came from a lot of hardship, pile number 1. This person came from probably a very meager beginning as far as growing up. I feel like this person didn't have the most money. I feel like they didn't have the most like guidance growing up. And I feel like this person could have definitely suffered from low confidence when they were younger, shyness or low confidence, okay? And now we have I transform. So this person is saying, I transformed into the King of Wands. I'm now the King of Wands. I transformed and I became, you know, it was hard. It wasn't always easy, but I feel like this person is, you know, proud of the person that they've become now. I also feel like this person could live in a big city, pile number 1, or they could have a home or a condo or an apartment that's in like a high-rise building is what I see too. And I feel like this person was like measuring, wanted to go far in life and wanted to be able to like measure their success and measure up to other people. And I feel like they have. I feel like this person has a very strong will and a very strong temperament, pile number 1. And they want you to know like that they've totally changed their life. And if it would have been a different time in a different place, something really, they would have definitely tried, is what I'm getting, pile number 1. Let's see what else we have. We have addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, or restraint. Okay, so this person had some problems. Like I said, they came from a very bad position. They could have come from a family where addiction was very prevalent. They could have come, they themselves could have struggled to stay sober or to stay in good health, okay? And I do feel like this person kind of like I said, they were very self-conscious, and at times maybe they didn't feel like they were good enough, or they didn't feel like they had like the best clothes, or they felt like they didn't like look nice. And I feel like it really impacted their ability to kind of want better things for themselves at the time when they knew you, okay? And I do feel that there is some regret from this person, okay? And has a block and has a restraint. So this person having a block or a restraint. Let's see what else we have here. We have true love. Wow. We have the King of Wands and true love. What the hell happened here, pile number one? Drop me a comment. Ooh, we have rekindle. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Pile number one. Okay. So we have true love and rekindle with Scorpio. Okay. So this person, really feeling like you knew them at a time when they were at their lowest point, when they weren't taking very good care of themselves, when they weren't able to make good decisions, with the Page of Swords reversed and the Five of Pentacles. And I feel like this person, I feel like they say, like, on their best days, when they really believe in themselves and when they really feel more confident in who they are and that they're more masterful over their life and destiny, I feel like it makes them want to rekindle something with you, pile number one, okay? And if this person mistreated you in any way, pile number one, I do feel like they feel guilty with the Page of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, feeling really guilty, but not really knowing what to say, or not really knowing how to make that kind of rekindling happen. We have here candle. Wow, a candle in the wind, right? Some people say you lived your life like a candle in the wind. Wasn't that Elton John wrote that song about Princess Diana? Wasn't that the song? You have to excuse me because I'm not up on the whole, British culture, but but actually Elton John is from the US, isn't he? I don't know. Pile number one, don't crucify me in the comments, but I feel like, this person is saying, like, pile number one lives their life like a candle in the wind, and like that passion for you was like a candle in the wind, and it was like reignited as well. And we see like a one singular candle or one singular candle being lit. Okay. And I feel like it's like the Ace of Wands too. And it's also like, I still carry a torch for you. Okay. And also for those of you in pile number one who had a very meager upbringing yourself, or who struggled with addiction, or struggled with vices, or struggled with, feeling good about yourself, pile number one, I feel like this person always saw a light in you, okay? And I feel like I'm getting kind of emotional right now. I feel like this person always saw like a beautiful light in you, and vice versa. I feel like as well, you saw a beautiful light in them. And I'm also seeing a red bird, or like a robin, okay? And I'm seeing the orange sacral chakra energy like between two people who are kissing, and then a flame that is lit very brightly here, okay? And it says you will be shown the way, okay? So this person feeling like eventually you'll be shown the way to them, or they'll be shown the way to you. But very interesting energy. Wow. Pile number one. Wow. We have the Phoenix. Jesus Christ, pile number one. What is going on? This person really like rising from the ashes of their life to become this very like strong, self-determined, confident person who is a good like leader of their life. And I feel like this person, wanted to be like a good head of the family, or wanted to be a good father. For those of you where this is a masculine connection, okay? But this person just saying, like I mentioned early, this rekindling. And when I say rekindle, and look at all these candles with lights, like this path leading over the water, okay? Like the emotions in the fire. And, you know, the phoenix like rises from the ashes and rises from the dead. And I feel like this person has really thought of rekindling or reigniting this connection with you. It still like burns brightly within them, okay? I just heard like, I'll never forget you. Very interesting, okay? And, you know, there's something very like bonding when two people share like a difficult time together, and then you feel this sense of like kindred spirit, or you feel this sense of like belonging to one another. And I feel like this person, pile number one, I'm a little lost for words here because it's pretty intense. This person is a very intense person, and I feel like they needed to be intense to kind of grow out of their bad choices or to grow out of their bad circumstances that they had in their life, okay? We have trust. Wow, with the scorpion and rekindle and trust. And look at all that darkness, right? And then look at that light shining in the middle. We have trust. And number 16, okay? Trust. Trust that I wanted you back. Trust that I missed you. Trust that I thought about you. Trust that I wanted to see this connection like rise from the ashes, okay? And I feel like this person doesn't always trust everyone that easily. Pile number one, like they're to other people that don't know them, with the Page of Swords reversed and the Five of Pentacles, they may come across as guarded or cold or a little bit defensive or hard to get to know. And I feel like they don't always trust people that easily. Like they don't trust people to keep their secrets. They don't trust people to like not abandon them. They don't trust people. There's just a lot here. And I feel like this person could have grown up in circumstances where their trust was kind of broken from an early age, okay? And so trust is a really big issue for this person, and I just feel like they don't trust just anybody, and I feel like they don't really let that many people in. All right, pile number one, but I feel like you're a person that they would definitely let in or want to let in, or I already feel that for some of you here too, that there was already this acknowledgement for those of you where you were with this person, I feel like they wanted you to be a person that they let in, is what I'm getting. Or they wanted to like really let you see their vulnerability, even though I think this is very hard for this person because they don't trust people very easily. We have divinity. Wow. Okay. Trust in divinity. Trust in the timing. Trust. I feel like this person always had this thought that you two would end up together, or that circumstances would, you know, bring you two back together. And it's kind of like a Wheel of Fortune type of a vibe. Like in the tarot, the card, the Wheel of Fortune, you know, what is meant for us can't be, I mean, we might be diverted from our path for a minute, but what's meant for us won't ever pass us by. And I feel like this person had this feeling about you, okay? And for whatever reason, I feel like this person really wanted to trust you and really wanted to like let you in. And at the time, pile number one, they may just not have been able to do that here at that time. But I feel like this person knows in their heart of heart, like if they were to let someone in, it would have to be you, okay? If they were to let somebody like see into their vulnerabilities, it would be pile number one, because I feel like you guys have been there too, pile number one. Like, you know, you haven't had the easiest time either, and things haven't exactly been handed to you, pile number one. And I think you've been through some tough times too, and yet you still manage to see the sacredness in things, or to see the divinity in other people. And I think that this person found that incredibly like hopeful and attractive. Okay, pile number one. And wow, we have progressions here and journey. So progressions in astrology are basically taking the time that you were born, the planets in the position when you were born, and then progressing them to where they would be now. Okay, so it's like, I just feel like this person is saying, and it has to do with timing, and it has to do with change. And I feel, you can see the clock over there up in the right hand corner. And I feel like this person has been on a journey. Okay, and I talked about in the beginning about somebody who travels, or somebody who travels for work, or somebody who travels for business, or somebody who, I'm seeing like the mountains here. Okay, so maybe you took a trip with this person up into the mountains, or somebody lived near the mountains. Okay. But I feel like this person is saying, as they've progressed along their journey, they always thought that there would be something that would bring you to like back together. And just also, as they've progressed along their journey, they realized how much you cared. Now, for those of you that are with this person and you were trying to get them to see the error of their ways, or you were trying to help them, or you were trying to do something to kind of wake them up or help them, I feel like, you know, maybe at that point it wasn't the timing wasn't right, pile number one, and that could have been a very like bittersweet moment for you and this person. Okay. And you guys may have worried that there was bitterness between you and this person, or that they had bitterness towards you. Okay. And I feel like some of you here, like you did everything that you could. Okay. And maybe there even was this sense of this person, you feeling like you were, this person accusing you of trying to control them, or them trying to control you. Okay. And somebody being very stubborn and self-willed, and not, maybe even selfish, and not really considering other people at the time. Okay. But I feel like as this person has progressed along their life path, they've learned a lot, and they've made some really big shifts over time in their life with this transformation. Okay. This person really wanted to see the journey between you and them progress, or really wanted to see eventually like where this could go. Pile number one. Very, very interesting, my dears. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, pile number one. Do you know who this person is? I feel like this is a very specific person. And if the reading is for you, you'll know it's for you. And the initials will also help too. But I definitely feel like this person wants you to know who they are. Okay. And I was channeling that song Name by the Goo Goo Dolls anyway. But yeah. Anyway, this person really wants you to know, like, it's them. I feel pile number one. So make no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But let's go ahead and get some initials to verify this reading for pile number one. Okay. We have an A. An A. Interesting. We have an S. Well, this person could have been in love with your ASS, pile number one, right away. Here's a Y, sassy. Okay, my pile number ones for my sassy, amazing, sexy people in pile number one. This person's like they always loved. They might have acted annoyed at the time, but I feel like this person actually loves like your fire, your drive, your ambition, your willingness not to give up on people. Pile number one, okay? I feel like this person loves your sassiness. Wow. We have gas and gassy. Oh my God. So somebody here might have been very gassy, or maybe made fun of themselves because they were feeling very gassy, but that's pretty funny. We have gas here, so maybe you just went and got gas and put it in your car, pile number one, like today, or you need to go do it now. Okay, need to go fill up that gas. That gas for that ass. All right, pile number one. Let's see. Okay, I'm also getting somebody who could be good with their hands, or somebody who like worked on cars or worked on their motorcycle or had a motorcycle or worked like a mechanic or something like that. Okay, I am getting somebody like that here. Pile number one. Okay. I just dropped a letter. What was it? My goodness gracious. Oh boy. We don't want to forget it. Here it is. It's a W. It fell on the ground. And it was trying to hide from me. Was. W-A-S, was. Okay. You guys are like, God, G-A-W-D, this person was gassy. Anyway, they were nasty. Okay, funny. Funny. All right. Say, S-A-Y. And we have a Z, SZA, S-Z-A. Maybe some of you were just listening to her music, or I don't know if it's a her or their music or whatever, but SZA. Okay, we have a T. All right, I'm also feeling G-A-N-G, like gang. Somebody here could have been in a gang or grown up really rough in that way. Okay, here's a T. We have tan or tanner or tanny. All right. T-A-S, Taz. Okay, I don't know if that's a nickname for somebody, but Nas, N-A-S, like Nas, the rapper. Maybe this person always liked Nas or was really into that music. We also have Nat here, N-A-T. Okay, of course, this is my channel, Natalie H, but I know there are other people on the planet with the name Natalie, okay? I also know there could be a Nathan here too, okay? A Nathan. Let's see what else. I think these are gonna be the last four because I'm trying to keep, wow, N-A-M-E. I'm just waiting for the N-A-M-E because name, right? Name. We also have Sam or Sammy, sat. Maybe this person came and sat next to you, okay? There could have been something wrong with this person's nose, or could have had sinus headaches or nasal issues as well. Yeah, we're missing the D, but we could have Sandy here. Maybe somebody has a family member with that name or somehow factors into the situation here. But we have C-U, no, we don't have a U, so we won't have that work. But we have can and can't, right? It's the difference between I can and I can't, right? Say you can versus saying someone can't, okay? Mass, M-A-S-S, could be short for Massachusetts or something like that, okay? We have my A-S-S. Anyway, we have Tay, T-A-Y, Tay or Taylor here. We have man, M-A-N. We're missing the E, but we could also have game. Okay, I feel like this person now coming through is the King of Wands. This has like way more game, or is way more like than they used to. They have more game, all right? And we have an O. Mommy, M-O-M-M-Y. Wow, that's interesting. Mommy. Maybe this person had a very challenging time, grew up with like a single mother, or grew up with a mother who was sick or ill a lot, okay, with the Page of Swords reversed and the Five of Pentacles, or maybe lost their mother at an early age. We have toy, coy, was my mommy. What's up with that? Was my mommy. We have Tom and Thomas here, okay? Pile number one, some of you here may have had a grandma, gammy, a gammy that was your mommy is also what I'm seeing here. Or maybe this person had like a grandma that was their mommy. I'm also seeing that here too, okay? Nosy. All right, this person always trying to like find out what's going on with you and what's happening. Our last initial here is J, okay? We're missing the E, but if we'd have jet, like I mentioned, the jet plane, but we have J, J-A-Y. We also have gay, G-A-Y, okay? For those of you where this person grew up feeling like they could never express themselves or they could never show who they were. I'm also seeing those letters here. We have May, the month of May, or the name May. Okay, we also have Maya or Maya, Naya, N-A-Y-A, or Maya. Okay. Interesting. Pile number one. Very interesting reading for you, my loves, today. Let me know how that felt for you. We have not gay. So maybe people were saying that they were, but they really were not gay. I don't know, pile number one. Very interesting reading here for you. And I would love to hear your thoughts and feelings about this reading in the comments below. So thank you so much, pile number one. For those of you that enjoy my readings and would like to try a natal chart reading with me, there's a link to my astrology site below called Lilith Rising Astrology, where you can click the link and find out my rates. And I still have a couple open slots left for the month of January. So if you are interested, you can book there. Thank you so much, pile number one, and take care. Let's move on to pile number two. Pile number two. Okay. Let's do it. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the orange tea light, and today's reading is called Who Secretly Wanted to Marry You? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. My beautiful beauties in pile number two, okay? I'm getting something having to do with licorice or licorice flavor. Maybe some of you just had some candy or had something that flavor. All right. Pile number two. You're like, no, I didn't have anything that flavor, Natalie, but I got a lot of flavor anyway. Okay, so that's good. Pile number two. I'm glad that you have a lot of flavor. You're like, who doesn't want to marry me? Let's go ahead and see for my pile number twos. Okay. I mean, who really wouldn't though, pile number two? I feel like you guys are like very cheerful and good-natured, very like Jupiterian, okay? Very complimentary to other people, but also liking compliments yourself. You may have some Leo in your chart for those of you coming in here, but like very good-natured, but also liking to be validated for who you are, okay? So pile number two, let's go ahead and see. For my pile number twos, Spirit, can you show me who wanted to marry my favorite girl or boys in pile number two? God's favorites, right? Pile number two. All right, let's go ahead and see. Ooh, Lord, pile number two. We have the Devil on the bottom of the deck. So, I mean, for those of you that are like, I really wanted to marry this person, but let me just say pile number 2, there could have been somebody that you wanted to marry, or somebody that you really wished for or looked up to, or wanted them to be a part of your life, or wanted them to love you. But let me tell you, pile number 2, you dodged a bullet, okay? You dodged a bullet. And for those of my pile number 2s who are here who have been married and divorced, or were engaged to somebody, but they cheated or it fell apart, or this person was never like really honest and did things that you didn't really, I feel you guys dodged a bullet, pile number 2. And my pile number 2 is, you may be having an attraction to the bad boys or to the bad girls of the world at times. And like, you may like that really sexy bad girl or bad boy. But let me just also say, there could have been somebody in your life who really wanted to be with you, or who really chased after you pretty hard. But at the end of the day, pile number 2, like, you dodged a bullet, my friends, okay? You dodged a bullet, because nobody needs to marry the devil. Nobody needs that shit in their life, okay? And I feel like some of you in pile number 2, you're like, yeah, I have made some really bad relationship decisions that weren't always in my best interest, ignoring some of the bad signs about people and believing that they could change, or believing that, believing in optimism, or wanting people to change, or believing that they would change when really they were just like seducing me, or when really the situation would have been a trap for you, pile number 2, okay? So I'm very glad if there was something in your past where you were like, I really want to marry this person, or I could see myself being with them someday. Thank God you didn't, okay, is all I have to say to that. Everybody wants to watch the reading to find out, who's going to marry them or who they're going to be with. The better thing to ask is, who's coming into my life, and are they good for me? Are we good for each other? Because anybody can marry anyone. At the end of the day, like, I know I've been married and divorced myself, pile number 2, but the worst thing and scariest thing is to be in a relationship that is completely toxic or dead or devoid, of the things that one needs in order to make a relationship successful, and that other person won't work with you on that, okay? So that's a trap, and we don't want that for our lives, all right? So just starting off, pile number 2, with a little bit of a speech about, and I get it, like, being attracted to the bad boys or the bad girls, and maybe some of you in pile number 2 are like, haha, I'm a bad girl too, Natalie. Okay. Yay, I am too, pile number 2. Like, we all are good and bad. But at the end of the day, the devil isn't just, it's seductive because it looks sexy, or it looks really scrumptious or inviting. But at the end of the day, it'll leave you on your knees with nothing. And that's not where we need to be. We only want to be on our knees if it's fun. All right. So pile number 2, let's go ahead. Now that I have given you that very wonderful speech, we are going to go ahead and start. Actually, let's pull your tarot cards over first, and then we'll look at the oracle cards. Oh, we have the High Priestess. Lovely, pile number 2. We have the 6 of Swords. Good for you guys, getting your shit together. And the Queen of Cups. Wow, pile number 2. You are very sensitive, my darlings. And, there might have been a time when you're like, am I always going to be like departing? Am I always going to be single? Am I always going to be alone? I think a lot of people are attracted to your energy, pile number 2. People get attracted to your energy, but at the end of the day, I feel like you guys really are starting to pause and think about is this situation really good for me, or am I just fooling myself? Like, and I feel like sometimes your guides are like, what the hell are you doing? Don't drink that. Don't drink the poison chalice. Okay, pile number 2. Okay, so that is very interesting, just talking about, but I do feel pile number 2, you're becoming, even if you don't want to see, like, even if you don't want to see something about someone, you're very intuitive and you're very psychically connected. And I think you can feel when, like, I think you can feel when someone still has feelings for you, or I think you can feel the emotions of other people, pile number 2. And it may at times get very confusing for you in this regard, okay? I feel like there is somebody who is like, who has thought about returning to you, pile number 2, and just talking to you, or maybe even opening up to you even as a friend in that way. And I feel like their message to you is, I come in peace, okay? And I really feel like that is, and when somebody wants to be in your life just simply because, like, you're lovely and amazing, and because you have so much to offer, and there isn't a lot of strings attached to it, and there isn't a lot of like pile number 2, I do feel like there is somebody that wanted to marry you that is like, I like pile number 2 just for the way that pile number 2 is. I don't know why my finger's itching so much right now, but it is. But anyway, I feel like they're saying, I just want pile number 2 to know that you're fine just the way you are. And maybe at times, pile number 2, there's been times when you have been like very sensitive, okay, or very worried, or very anxious, or very uncomfortable, because I feel like you feel things on a very deep level. And so when people aren't being honest and open with you, you can feel that something is off, okay? And I do feel like there's somebody who came to you with like a clear conscience, or somebody who wanted to be with you, who wanted you to know that there's nothing to worry about, and wanted you to know that everything's okay. All right. And this could be a person who has a really nice way of calming you down. This could be a person who is a friend. Okay. Some of you could have had a friend that wanted to marry you or take care of you. Okay. That, maybe there wasn't anything romantic right off the bat, but this person really, like, wanting to make sure that you're okay, and wanting you to know that they care about you, and they care about how you're doing mentally and emotionally, okay? I also feel like this person thinks that you have beautiful hands and beautiful legs, okay? And for those of you that have your fingernails painted pink, or you have like very beautiful fingers or fingernails or hands. I also feel like the way that you dress is very, like, for my women here, I feel like you may be very feminine, sexy, but feminine, delicate, but vulnerable, but deep, okay? Very, very deep. And I feel like this person doesn't really have a hidden agenda, okay? I feel like they just want to make sure that you're doing okay. And this person may have had a tendency to sort of hover around you, okay? And you may have had a bunch of other things going on with kids or family, or just like with your own life and trying to figure out your own path. You may have had a lot of worries, or you may have had just a lot of moments, because sometimes when we're very sensitive and emotional, even other people's energy can be very disruptive, okay? And I'm getting the feeling that this person wanted to like defend you, or wanted to go to you to see how you're doing and how you're feeling. All right. And I feel like this person, never means to cause you any harm. And I feel like they may have even been reticent to tell you truly what they were feeling and their deepest feelings, because they didn't want to put any pressure on you, or because they didn't want to like worry you, or because they didn't want to add additional stuff to your plate, okay? And I just feel like this is a person who, to me, pile number 2 feels like a protector over you, okay? And yeah, and I feel like they're saying they don't want to make you uncomfortable. So as much as you're willing to let them in, they would like to be there, okay? Or they would like for you to let them in, okay? And I feel like this person may have contemplated approaching you, or may have contemplated getting to know you more, but might have backed up a little bit because they sensed the timing wasn't right, or you guys were getting over something, or that you still had feelings for an ex, or that you still had feelings from someone about your past at the time, okay? And I also feel like you could sense that this person liked you and cared for you and wanted to be there for you, but I just feel at the time, pile number 2, maybe you weren't the most receptive because you were grieving, mourning, or going through something in your own life, okay? And that could have been, the breakup of a marriage if you were in one, okay, or the dissolution of your own marriage. That could have been, if there were issues with kids, or sick kids, or if you were having, because for those of you that are mothers here, or you have children, I feel like this person could see that you're suffering, and they really were wanting to swoop in and help and do something, okay? But I also just feel like they were not sure of what to do or how to do it, just feeling a little awkward around how to kind of pursue that, okay? But I am seeing all the orange here that in this 6 of Swords that's being directed at you, which is just, an outflowing of love and compassion and care, tenderness, like I'll always be there for you. And with the 6 of Swords, it's like I'll always be there for you, but not in a way that I feel like this person didn't want to be like a bother, or they didn't really want to intrude too much, okay? But I do feel like this person always thought that you deserved better, pile number 2, okay? I feel like this person always thought that you deserved to be with someone very amazing who could really be there for you and not add to your misery, but to show you that they care and to show you that they're there in a very balanced manner, okay, with the 6 of Swords. And so yeah, pile number 2, very interesting energy I'm getting here. And I feel like this person thought that they could be a good match for you, or that you would be settled and feel safe and feel comfortable and feel really loved if you were to be with them, okay? But I also feel like you guys could have been with someone else who didn't really appreciate you, with this Devil card on the bottom of the deck here on this deck when we looked at it a minute ago with this Devil card, okay? And I feel like this person thought that you would sell yourself short at times, pile number 2, okay? And there could have been a very toxic sexual connection that you had with somebody as well, pile number 2, that I'm just picking up on. And I feel like this person just like would never want to see you hurt, okay? This friend or this person would never want to see you in pain, or never would want to see you hurt or struggle. Very interesting. Pile number 2. We have the 2 of Wands here. This person trying to, like feeling like they should do something, feeling like they should help, feeling like they should do something, but not wanting to, like disturb you is what I feel. Pile number 2, okay? Let's see. Let's pull over the other cards and then we'll find out. We have Capricorn, I use, okay? Well, that's interesting because we have the Devil on the bottom of the deck, and of course the Devil in the tarot is associated with Capricorn. So very interesting. There could have been a Capricorn here and a water sign. We have the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer in the tarot. We also have the High Priestess associated with the moon, okay? And we have Aquarius here, all right? Mercury in Aquarius with the 6 of Swords. So we could have Cancer, Aquarius, or Capricorn here, pile number 2, but let's go ahead. We have love call. Exactly. This is coming out under the 6 of Swords. Love call. Someone expressing love to you, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Yeah, this person calling you up, and I feel like with Capricorn here, this person just wanting to know if you need anything. Like, do you, can I bring over some food? Or, you know, do you need some help picking up the kids? Or do you need me to give you a ride? Do you need me to come and stay with you for a couple of days while you're going through what you're going through? Like, this person like wanting to express to you, like, I'll be there for you, okay? What's that song? I'll be there for you. These 5 words I swear to you. When you breathe, I want to be the air for you. Mercury in Aquarius. When you breathe, I want to be the air for you. I'll be there for you. Okay? Is that Bon Jovi? Anyway, I'm just getting those song lyrics in my head right now. So love call. This person reaching out, asking how you are. And you might have been a little bit confused. Like, okay, I mean, I feel like you did think this person was very nice or special, or you appreciate them, but I also feel like your heart and mind could have been somewhere else, or that you were just very focused on surviving or getting through the day, okay, with Capricorn here. But this person, I also feel like you could have been saying, well, I don't want this person to feel like I'm using them or anything like that. And I feel like you guys are very proud people as well, pile number 2, and you're very like resourceful, proud, strong people. So I feel like you also, with this Capricorn energy here, you don't always like accepting help from other people, and you may at times may kind of like suffer in silence. And I feel like this person, Queen of Cups, could really pick up on the fact that you were suffering or that things were hard, and this person really wanted to take action with the 2 of Wands. to do something nice for you, okay? We have be mine. Oh my God. With the Queen of Cups and all the little hearts and be mine. Wow. Oh my gosh. All of a sudden, I'm just thinking about Axl Rose and like Terminator 2 when he did that song called You Could Be Mine. Anyway, I think Guns N' Roses did it. You guys can look it up anyway. It's called You Could Be Mine. But anyway, this person's like, be mine. Your name with a heart around it. Pile number 2. The thing is, pile number 2, I don't know if you were like really too sexually attracted to this person. I feel like this person's very romantic and they have strong ideals about how a person should behave in love. And you may not have been totally like physically attracted to them, pile number 2. Maybe you just saw them more as like a friend, or with this Capricorn energy, more like kind of like a fatherly type of a figure. I don't know, pile number 2, but yeah, we have move on here. So this picture with this woman holding a fire umbrella, and I feel like this person, knew that you were going to, like, once you got over things, you were going to move on quickly, or that, you had moved on. Okay, they're like, be mine, and you're like, I gotta move on with my life, okay? And I can't keep falling into these traps. I gotta use what I'm working with and be self-reliant and rely on myself, and I need to move forward independently. And I feel like for some of you, after this relationship, this devil relationship, that maybe you wanted to be single for a while, or maybe you just wanted to like be on your own for a while, or you just wanted to be independent for a while, or you just couldn't like rush into another relationship again. And I get it, pile number 2. I mean, after we go through a period of like, those deep feelings of, all the history that we share with someone, and then having to let go of it and survive through it, and all of that, pile number 2. I feel like after you kind of got through the emotions of things, you're like, no, I'm moving on. I'm moving on with my life, and I'm going to be single for a while, or I need to go somewhere else, or I need to do something else, okay? And I feel like this person lingering around you in your energy, like wanting to show up or wanting to talk to you or wanting to come back to you, but it's like you're already moving on. Now, I feel like 2 people are kind of coming up here a little bit, pile number 2. This person, friend that was trying to be around you and be there for you, but also this devil relationship I was talking about, this person kind of popping back in and maybe wanting to ring you up or talk to you again, but it's like, I can't go down that road again. I have to move on. So I kind of feel like everything about that situation, pile number 2, and everything tied up in that situation kind of got flung out the window a little bit as you decided to move on with your life. We have lobster. Okay, do you guys remember that movie, Lobster, where you guys should watch it, pile number 2. If you're like very deep romantics, watch a movie called Lobster. I think it came out in 2015, 2016, around there, but basically you go to this place to be matched with your soulmate. I'm not going to give it away, but if you don't match with them, then something happens to you, and it has to do with a lobster. But anyway, whenever I see the Lobster 2, you guys should watch that movie. It's very haunting and it's very like intriguing. But anyway, whenever I see the lobster, I think of the moon on the tarot cards, okay? And we have financial pinch here. So you guys with this Capricorn lobster financial pinch, you guys could have been going through some very tough times financially, and certainly the devil can indicate that, where somebody has left us high and dry or where we've run out of resources, okay? And, you know, you guys just really needing to move, like maybe you guys having a tough financial situation in your life and feeling the crunch and feeling the pinch of that, and this person really wanting to kind of step in and be there. But I also just feel you guys are very independent. So you're like, yeah, like I don't really want to like rely on anybody else again like that. So I get it, pile number 2. We have buffalo, abundance, okay? And this buffalo representing the earth where nothing is wasted, okay? And I feel like this person might have wanted to help you out with money if you were going through a tough time financially. I feel like this person kind of wanted to be your knight in shining armor or lady in shining armor, however you put it. This person, for some reason, really like wanting to take care of you during the storms of life and wanting to make sure that you're okay and wanting to watch over you in a way. All right. And make sure that like you don't waste any good opportunities. I feel like this person like really believing in you and really believing that things will change for you and that you'll move on and be independent and have your own thing. Okay? So very interesting. This person wanting to safeguard you or take care of you in some type of practical way here. Pile number 2, very interesting. We have stormy. Oh my God, I just said through the storms of life. Okay, and we have the Queen of Cups and be mine. I will shelter you from the storm. Okay, another piece of homework for you, pile number 2. Listen to Ray LaMontagne, LaMontagne. Okay, Ray LaMontagne, his song called Shelter. Okay, and it's like, I will shelter you if you shelter me too. Okay, and sheltering each other from the storms of life. Okay, this person wanting to help you through stormy weather and wanting to be there for you and make sure that you're okay. Wow. Okay, we have gratitude. Wow, interesting. And pile number 2, for those of you that also sheltered this person during a difficult time that they were going through, I feel like this person is saying they have nothing but gratitude for you and for the experience, even though you moved on and even though you like became independent, even though you did your own thing, even though you know, didn't really need anyone to, at the end of the day, you did things on your own. I feel like this person is just saying like gratitude for having known you or having met you, or feeling this deep sense of gratitude for having known you and never feeling like anything was a burden, but just being grateful for getting to like be there with you or getting to share time with you is what I feel, pile number 2. Okay, and we have stormy weather and gratitude. And I do, whether you were there for this person or they were there for you, I do feel there is gratitude on both ends for each other, for being there with one another or for helping each other. Okay, I do feel like there's like this thank you for being there for me. And I feel like pile number 2, you were there for this person as well in a moment where they needed peace or calm or tranquility, or they needed like a person who was very calm and kind and caring in their life as a friend, somebody who was very sensitive and creative and artistic and intuitive. Okay, and I feel like this person is saying, you know, you gave me so much too, even though they might have been with you there through the stormy weather and maybe you did have to move on, pile number 2. I feel like this person just feels so grateful for getting to like watch you move on, or watch you watch you take the reins in your life and start over, okay? And I feel like this person is really grateful and has a lot of gratitude that you've moved on from challenging situations in your life. And I also feel like this person is saying, like, if I caused your life to be stormy in any way and you had to move on because of that, there's no hard feelings. They are just grateful for having shared the time with you. I feel pile number 2 is also what I am getting, okay? And like just saying that you brought a lot of like care and abundance, and just being around you, very healing for this person, and that you're never a burden, pile number 2, but just being around your energy is very healing. So, wow, pile number 2, very interesting energy here. This person really appreciating you and appreciating the person that you are. And for those of you that were there for this person when they were going through a tough time, they're just showing up with an incredible amount of gratitude for you. So, wow, pile number 2. Wow, we have the 4th house and home. Okay, so home, the 4th house in astrology being the deepest part of our chart, where we experience our homes, where we experience our deepest psychological like moments. It represents midnight in our chart. Okay, so it's those very, very deep moments. The 4th house also represents in traditional astrology the end of all matters. Okay, so very interesting with the 4th house and home, also with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. Like, you know, your energy just so warm and inviting, and this person just saying that they felt at home around you, that they felt settled, that they felt peaceful. I do feel like this person wanted to share a home with you, pile number 2, or they wanted to share, and maybe you did share your home with them at times, and maybe they did share their home with you at times. But there's something here about living together or feeling comfortable with one another and feeling at home with each other. And I feel like this person just experienced this sense of calm and home when you were around. All right, pile number 2. Feeling like with the 4th house in Buffalo, like feeling very protected and cared for and secure. All right, and this person wanting you to feel that way, pile number 2, or thanking you for making them feel that way. All right, but this is the person I feel like that secretly wanted to marry you or have a home with you or build something with you. All right, and really seeing that your guys' energies could very much match up, and that you guys would have a great life with each other. But I also feel like this person always knew that you would like go off on your own, or that you would move on without them. And I do feel like this person still misses you, pile number 2. I do feel like they still have like a deep respect, gratitude, and emotional connection to you, even though time has passed, okay? Even though times have shifted is what I'm getting. Pile number 2, very interesting reading, okay? Wow. Wow, pile number 2. Some of you could have had plans to move in with the person, and then you ended up going on your own or moving on your own, okay? But this person always remembering how they felt when they were with you, okay? So let's go ahead and get some initials to verify your reading. Okay, I just got the name Scott. Interesting. Okay. Wow, an X. Oh my God. Pile number 2. An X. You're wondering, is my ex, did my ex want to marry me, or was my ex trying to be with me and live with me and marry me? There's your answer right there, X. But I also think pile number 2, some of you really dodged a bullet with somebody, okay? With that devil relationship, all right? We have a C. A C. I feel like there's 2 people. I feel like there's this friend and there's this X that both came through. All right, we have a C and an N. We have a B. Wow, NBC. NBC News. All right. We have a Y. CN by. BYE by. Let's see what else. Newbie, newbie, like being new at something or being new doing something. Maybe at a time in your life when you felt like a newbie or they felt like a newbie or somebody was just out of a relationship like a newbie, okay? We have here an F, okay? I'm also getting somebody who worked at a bank or worked at some type of financial institution. Okay, we have a J here. Jobby job. NJ could be New Jersey. All right, we have CJ. We have BJ. BJ. We have a V. A V. All right, if you see their initials or your initials, you know it's your reading. NV could be Nevada, okay? I just got the word bienvenue, which isn't that a French word? We could have somebody here who's French. Busy. Yeah, this person, S, okay? This, I mentioned the name Scott too, but this person not really wanting to bother you when you're busy. I feel like pile number 2, really not wanting to like take up too much of your time. I also feel, okay, or feeling like you're very busy now or you've moved on with your life. Let's see what else, okay? I'm also getting the name Cassie. Cassie. I just like something like Forever Mine just popped up too. We have an A here. Okay. ABBY is showing up here. We have Bay. So the Bay Area, there's a lot of water. So somebody here could live in tons of water with the Queen of Cups, High Priestess. Lots of water showing up in this reading. Somebody who lives by the ocean or lives by the water showing up here by the bay. We have base, okay? We also have baby. Somebody could have had a baby, okay, and been on their own or been a single parent, or somebody had a baby is also what I am seeing here too. All right, baby. Or this person wants to call you baby. Wow, daddy. D-A-D-D-Y. Wow. Dada. Daddy. Like I said, this person having like a D-A-D-D-Y. Baby daddy. Bad. B-A-D. Baby daddy is bad. Okay, so some of you had a baby daddy that was bad. All right, and there was a person trying to be there for you or help you. Okay, and we have Daffy, D-A-F-F-Y, Daffy Duck. That's really funny. I also feel like somebody here could have had ADD or been diagnosed with that. Okay. Maybe some of you here were told that you were a bad baby, or that you were very colicky or something like that, pile number 2, or you had a baby that was very colicky or hard. But anyway, let's see what else we have. Daddy. Yeah, it's like this person is coming through like a daddy almost, which is very interesting. Very, very. Baby daddy. Jade, Jada, 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 or Jade coming through in this reading too. We have an I, Dia, Adi, A-D-I, could be Adi or Adil, Adil. Okay, I'm also seeing Dan, the name Dan. I'm also seeing Dave or Davis, D-A-V-I-S, Davis. Okay, Annie is here too, A-N-N-I. Any day is here. Like this person's like any day. You pick, I'd love to see you. ID, okay, ID could be Idaho or just somebody with needs to update their ID. We have fan. I feel like F-A-N, like I'm your biggest fan. For those of you that has a father that's in spirit, I also feel like your dad is coming through in this reading and saying that he is your biggest fan, or that he loves you and cares about you. I'm just seeing so many references to it. I have fan and I have dad, and there's just a lot of dad energy up in this reading anyway. We have Andy, A-N-D-I, or A-N-D-Y, okay? DIY, do it yourself. I feel like you guys are very independent and you do like to do things yourself. You could have been going through a tough time, okay? Fab, you're still fabulous. I feel like this person is saying like you're still fab, as fabulous as the day that I met you, okay? I feel like here somebody could also work in IT systems or some type of system administrator or coordinator, okay, is also what I'm seeing here. Davy, T, ta-da, right? T, interesting. Tilda, interesting. T names. I think I'm gonna leave the initials there. Pile number 2. I don't like to get too many of them because I like everyone to be able to kind of bat, B-A-T, bat, like the animal, the bat, or also just like baseball bat, okay? Or somebody that plays baseball, or some type of bat. Babysat, B-A-B-Y-S-A-T, okay? So maybe I feel like some of you could have babysat when you were younger, or maybe you were a babysitter and there could have been a kiddo that was like in love with you, or maybe you were in love with your babysitter, but there is some type of silly thing with that, I feel like too. I also see banana here. Banana. All right. Bad banana. Anyway, we have visit. Baby visit, or a visitor, or some type of visit. All right. I feel like this person just like to kind of sit and visit with you. Pile number 2. I hope that this reading resonated for you, my friends, and I hope that it brought you some answers, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 2, and very interesting that X came out right away, and I'm sure you know exactly who I'm talking about, and I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments, okay? So thank you so much, my beautiful pile number 2s, and for those of you that are wondering, I do natal chart readings, astrology as well, and there's a link in my description box below to my website called Lilith Rising Astrology, where you can book a natal chart reading with me. And I have some time slots left for the month of January. So thank you so much, pile number 2. Take care. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. Let's do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the white tea light, okay? And today's reading is called Who Wants to Secretly Marry You? And I just felt like calling this reading, It's a Nice Day for a White Wedding by Billy Idol, that song. You guys know it? But anyway, I figure people may not know exactly what the reading was about if I titled the reading, It's a Nice Day for a White Wedding. But pile number 3, let's go ahead and find out who secretly wanted to marry my pile number 3s. Okay, who secretly wanted to marry my pile number 3s? I feel like you guys are shrugging your shoulders like, hell if I know. Well, we are going to find out, pile number 3. We're going to take a walk down the wild side, all right? Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles just popped up, like, I don't know. I feel like you guys are like, I got other concerns, Natalie, than about who wanted to marry me in the past. But anyway, let's go ahead and see for my pile number 3s. Who wanted to marry? Oh, okay. I feel like some of you are like, none of my relationships have exactly gone like I wanted them to, and so I'm not really sure who it could be. Yeah, there's the 2 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Like, I feel like you guys are kind of like, yeah, my relationships haven't really been all that great to begin with, and so I'm not really sure. I feel like you guys are kind of like, I don't know if I would have wanted to marry anyone from my own past anyway. And I feel like your guys' attitude is kind of like things end for a reason type of thing. Okay. I also feel like at times it might be difficult for you guys to make decisions about relationships, especially when your emotions are conflicting with your like practical, logical side. Okay. And it's like with emotions or relationships, it might be like, well, what do I even do with this? Like, where do I even start? Okay. And because I feel like sometimes maybe your hopes have been like, you've gotten your hopes up only to kind of have them not be what you want it to be. Okay. So pile number 2, pile number 3, very interesting. We are going to, and we may have some Capricorn people in this pile. This is a Jupiter and Capricorn card. Okay, we could have some Sagittariuses or Capricorns up in this reading, but we're just starting pile number 3. So let's go ahead and find out who secretly wanted to marry my pile number 3s. We have the 7 of Wands reversed. Okay. We have the 4 of Swords reversed, okay? And we have the Ace of Cups reversed. Interesting. Okay. For those of you, okay, I just got the word dormitory. Dormitory. So for those of you that met somebody when you were in school, or you met someone when you were in college, or you lived in some type of dormitory, I'm seeing somebody that could have lived near you or lived by you as well, that had a crush on you but never did anything about it. Okay. And or maybe their sleeping quarters were somehow near yours, or I'm just getting something about that, all right? But it's somebody who didn't really convey their feelings to you, pile number 3, okay? And they might have not have known how to do it or what to do, okay? But I also feel like maybe you guys sometimes gave off a vibe that you were not, I mean, maybe I feel like some of you in pile number 3 feeling kind of awkward around love or feeling kind of bad for going after a person that you wanted. And I'm also getting something around friends and like pile number 3. I'm also getting something about one of your friends, the person that they were with, having a crush on you or liking you and not being able to say anything. And this could have happened when you were younger, and I don't think you guys would have acted on it anyway. Pile number 3, you're not really striking me as that type of person. I don't think you would have known what to do with it anyway. But I do feel like there could have been somebody that wasn't able to express their thoughts and feelings to you because it would have broken someone else's heart, or it really would have upset someone that you care about, pile number 3. So that is very interesting, okay? Also, I feel like there might have been times when you cared about someone deeply, but you could not express yourself either because it would have broken someone else's heart. But pile number 3, very interesting energy, okay? And with the Ace of Cups, 7 of Swords, and 4 of Swords reversed, this can talk about like not being comfortable putting yourself out there, or not being comfortable admitting to yourself who it is that you really care about, or who it is that you really love, because it may hurt someone else, okay? Pile number 3, okay? And I feel like some of you could have gotten yourself into some unrequited love situations in your life as well. And I feel like you guys are highly doubtful that you're like, I don't know if anyone wanted to ever marry me, okay? But pile number 3, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it, okay? I feel like there's kind of like a damned if I do, damned if I don't vibe. So I'm just not going to say what I'm feeling, or I'm just not going to. I also feel like there's like this sense of withdrawing from love because you don't feel comfortable, okay? Or somebody else doesn't feel comfortable around you, okay, because of the circumstances. But pile number 3, I could also be describing something that's going on in your life right now, pile number 3, but let's go ahead and see who wanted to marry my pile number 3s. We have the 8 of Cups. Aww, somebody who never really wanted to walk away from you, okay? Somebody for whom they never maybe, I'm getting that this person maybe never really took ownership of their feelings. Pile number 3, okay? And I feel like it was kind of a bummer, all right? That it was a bummer because it could have been something, but I feel like this person never really took ownership of how they were feeling towards you, okay? Let's see what else. We have Libra and I balance, okay? So this person, again, Libra having to do with relationships as well, okay? And this person who could have left the relationship, there may have been a Libra involved in this connection, whether it was you or them or a third party, pile number 3. But I feel like this person didn't really give, this relationship ended, I feel like, pile number 3, before, just as you two could have started to connect, I feel like it ended. And I feel like this person always has a question mark in their heart about what could have happened if they just would have fought for what they want a little bit more. Okay, pile number 3. I feel like if they just would have put their feelings out there, Ace of Cups reversed, and fought for what they wanted, 7 of Wands reversed, and they wouldn't have let like their thoughts kind of get to them. Or essentially, the 4 of Swords is a Jupiter and Libra card, and reversed is saying, I don't feel at peace. I don't feel like I can trust that the decisions and the thoughts that I have are actually like right for me. And I feel like they may actually end up hurting other people, and that unsettles me, or I may end up hurting myself. Okay. And so instead of trying, I just kind of give up. All right. And I feel like this person, like, this could have been a very beautiful, like, romantic connection. And I feel like this person, when they looked at you, pile number 3, they saw like such a kindred spirit, or they saw such a beautiful soul that they just wanted, I feel like they just wanted to dive deeper into you. And I feel like this person really wanted you to feel that ecstasy of like their touch. Okay. And I feel like this person, they may not have even acted on this connection, pile number 3, because of all these reversals and the Ace of Cups and the 7 of Wands reversed and everything. But I feel like this person has like dreamed of your naked body many times. I feel like they have dreamed of touching you. I feel like they have dreamed of looking deep into your eyes. I feel like, I feel like they do want to be like enraptured with you. It's very like poetic and romantic, but with the 8 of Cups, there's also a lot of like sorrow there, in a sense of feeling lost, or feeling a loss, or feeling like they dipped out of a situation before they could really experience what it had to offer. And I feel like this person was a little bit scared, pile number 3. I feel like they were, because I do feel like there was a deep connection with you, like a heartfelt deep connection. And I feel like this person was a little bit scared, okay? With the 8 of Cups and the Ace of Cups reversed and everything. And I feel like their thoughts just kind of got the better of them. And I feel like they were frozen, unable to act, okay, in the moment. Pile number 3, let's take a drink of water together. Lovely. Okay. Stabbed in the back. Yeah, something about this connection this person would have had to have hurt someone else, or you would have had to have hurt someone else to make this connection happen. And I think the thought of doing that was like very unsettling to this person. Okay, we have heartbreak and pain, separation. Okay, I do feel like this person tried to tell themselves it wasn't a big deal, or it wasn't like that they were going to be fine, or it was going to be okay without you, or that letting go of something like wasn't going to be that big of a deal. But it was, pile number 3. It really, really was, okay? And somebody, as a result of this connection, felt stabbed in the back, okay? Or there was a sense of inaction, or things not happening because of worrying about stabbing someone else in the back, or causing a separation for someone else, okay? And you know what? The interesting thing, pile number 3, is I feel like this person stabbed themselves in the back because they straight up were lying to themselves. Four of Swords reversed with Ace of Cups reversed. They were fully like lying to themselves and deceiving themselves about the emotions that they actually were going to feel if they walked away or if this connection was no longer, okay? And I feel like it was, you know, a much bigger deal than what they originally thought it was going to be or what they originally planned on. We have here commitment phobia. Wow. Okay. So somebody who has basically denied with themselves love and denied themselves what they want and denied themselves the pleasure of experiencing that deep sense of emotional commitment or connection, because they are afraid of hurting others, hurting themselves. This person could have easily been afraid that they would hurt you or that they would do something bad to you or cheat on you or do something like that. And they may have even given you a reason like that, pile number 3, and said, I'm not ready to like fall in love, or I'm not ready to be with anyone right now. Like my heart is closed down. Okay, the Ace of Cups reversed is like emotionally unavailable. And the thought of like going after something with gutso, 7 of Wands, was very unsettling to this person mentally, okay? But I also feel like this person stabbed their own self in the back, or it's like, you know, when you, what's the word? When you like trip over your own 2 feet, or where you're like your own worst enemy. I feel like this person was kind of like their own worst enemy in a way, and then they deeply regretted it and wanted you back, or wanted another chance to have that moment again where they made a different choice, okay? So I feel like at the time, this person could have been very unsure as to how to move this connection forward. And so they just kind of gave up on it and walked away. But I mean, they really lost something when they did that, pile number 3. Okay, they really cheated themselves of the opportunity to experience that deep sense of trust and closeness, okay? We have here patience. All right. So this person wanting you to be patient, or wanting you to be patient while they worked out a situation that was very challenging, or telling you to be patient. But I also feel like some of you in pile number 3 walked away from this connection because you're like, I can't keep fighting this, I can't keep fighting for this connection, or I can't keep fighting for this person, or I can't keep putting myself in this position when I am not getting a commitment from this person in return. So I feel like some of you in pile number 3, you walked away from this person, okay? And I feel like this person felt it as like a crushing blow when you did that. And they could have felt stabbed in the back because they hoped that you would have waited for them, or that you would have. But I mean, I also feel like you would have talked to them, pile number 3, and you would have told them like, hey, I can't keep, you know, blah, blah, blah. I can't keep fighting for this. I can't keep, it's like, if I don't believe in this, or I don't believe that anything I'm doing is going to change the outcome, then why would I keep trying? You know, pile number 3. This could have been like very sad, I feel like, with the 8 of Cups, because it's like somebody didn't open up and communicate their thoughts. And I think just a little bit would have helped, but it's like nothing. I feel like the communication was like nothing, and somebody read that in a very bad way, okay? pile number 3, but let's see what else we have here. We have crib, birth, conception of a child, or an enterprise, okay? So talking about the birth of something here. And, you know, commitment phobes aren't necessarily they're not necessarily going to be that that jazzed about having kids. Maybe some of you here thought, you know, this person, I want to have a family, or I want to have a commitment, or I want to have a child someday, and this person is stringing me along or dragging me along or playing around, and I'm trying to make something happen and they're not on board with it, okay? Yeah, and I feel like there's this sense of, okay, I should wait and be patient for this person to open up, because I do feel like there's this thing where with this Libra energy here, where it's like you guys would be a good couple, pile number 3. I don't think it's like all in your head. I just think that one person gave up and walked away, okay? One person decided, I cannot delay my life any longer because I genuinely want these things in my life, and this person isn't willing to do it and isn't willing to go there, and so I'm done. And I feel like some of you in pile number 3 could have been like, hey, I'm done, I'm walking away. And I feel like this person felt like they got stabbed in the back by you, or they got stabbed in the back by the situation, but it was their own inaction and their unwillingness to communicate, and them just telling you patience, 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 and nothing ever happening, you know? But I do feel like this person experienced deep heartache. We have heartbreak and pain and everything and shock when you actually like picked up and left. All right, pile number 3, because maybe some of you for a long time kind of danced around this issue, or this person felt that they had more time to basically invest themselves in this connection, or that they had more time. But I feel like some of you here felt that you were being strung along, pile number 3. So you're like, I am not going to play third fiddle. I'm not going to be strung along like that. It's just not happening. All right. We have Lamb here talking about like, well, Lamb is also very much like a child. Okay. And it also is about innocence, right? And I feel like this person feels like when they were in the moment with you, when your guards were both totally down, that there was such like a tender, innocent, loving connection between you both. And I feel like this person is saying, I don't know what happened here. Like, why did you not wait for me? Or why didn't you give me the benefit of the doubt, right? And I feel like they're kind of acting a little innocent about it, pile number 3. But I also feel like you guys made the best choice with the information that you had at the time, okay? Somebody here made the best choice they could with the information that they had at the time, because there wasn't, there was like communication, I feel like, between you and this person when you would physically touch, or when you would look into each other's eyes. Maybe you two even talked about having a child together one day, or adopting a child, or, you know, raising animals together, or you talked about like future plans very innocently. And it seemed like it was possible, and it seemed like it wasn't too far-fetched, okay? And I just feel like it's like I don't know, pile number 3, we have patience here, but for what is what I feel like what you guys were saying. Like, your hands are out like this, and you're like, patience, yeah, but for what? Because if this person isn't opening up, and if they're not willing to share and be vulnerable and fight for a connection and open their heart, like how long are people really gonna wait? So let's see, we have shift. Yeah, this person had a big shift. I think it was a huge awakening. When you walked away or they walked away, whoever did it, I feel like maybe it was more you, pile number 3. But when you did it, it's like there was this big shift that happened in this person, okay? And it's almost like your actions woke them up in a very painful way. But it's their fault, I feel, pile number 3, for avoiding. They kept trying to avoid the inevitable. And I feel like you guys tried to work with them. 2 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I do feel like you tried to work with them or talk to them, but I just feel like they wouldn't really listen to you either, okay? So something had to wake this person up. Yeah, we have a shift in the air. So there is a shift in the air, or there was a shift that happened in this person's thinking, pile number 3. Okay, this person had a shift in their own thinking, and it's almost like they've had to, this person really needed to shift how they were communicating, okay? And they needed to shift like their messaging. And maybe sometimes you guys thought, hey, I need to change the way I'm communicating to this person, or I need to say things better or something. But I really think it's on this person, and I think they know that now. I think they realize they could have shifted this situation for the better if they just would have communicated correctly to you. If they just would have laid it all on the line. If they just would have let you know, then they wouldn't have had to go through this painful separation or heartbreak, okay? And we have here opposition and confrontation. Yeah, that's so interesting. The energy of oppositions in astrology, right? Demanding that both sides of the story be seen, and not necessarily agreeing, but having to make room for each other, okay? And I feel at the time, psychically even, pile number 3, I think there was a lot of buildup between you and this person. And it was like a showdown was coming or forthcoming, because I feel like you two were both kind of like seeing the world in different ways, okay, at the time. Or there was this assumption that you saw the world in different ways, okay? And it's like, we're different. We don't want the same things, okay? And this could have been something that you realized, pile number 3, like, it's not even worth the confrontation. I feel like this person needed to have a confrontation with you to kind of get it out of them that they had certain feelings about you, okay? But I also feel like it wasn't your job to do that. And I also feel like this person was very stubborn, okay, as well. Pile number 3, okay? And I think at the time, you could have just walked away from this connection because you're like, hey, we don't want the same things. We don't see the world in the same way. We don't, and this person's going to have a big shift in their thinking. If we're to be together and we're to have this life together, they're going to have to be vulnerable, the lamb, and let me in. And we're going to have to start over and be honest and be real with each other and vulnerable. Otherwise, this connection isn't, it's not going anywhere. All we're doing is butting heads, okay? So yeah, very interesting, pile number 3. And some of you just could have taken off, leaving this person to kind of sit in their feelings and wonder, like, what shifted? Why does pile number 3 think differently about me? Why does pile number 3 not want anything to do with me? Okay, and I feel like it's like, damn, and I mean, it's almost better to just have the confrontation and get it out there rather than just tap dance around it and let it go on and on at some point, right? But I do feel like this person had a shift in their thinking, okay, and had a shift in how they see the situation. And I think that's where they got messed up. That's where I think things got messed up. And I do think this person secretly wanted to be with you, pile number 3, and secretly wanted, because the reading is called Who Secretly Wanted to Marry You. So, I mean, for some of you in pile number 3, I feel like this is a pretty big secret because this person could have acted completely opposite to that. And it's like, wow. So pile number 3, very interesting energy. Let's go ahead and get some initials for you. Okay, my loves, 1, 2, 3 for pile number 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have an R. Okay, an R. I think that's the first R of the day. We have a P, R-I-P, rest in peace, R-P. We have G, RPG, role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, RPGs. Maybe somebody who played RPG or played RPG with you and your friends or whoever wanted to marry you. We have Y. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we have an E, represented. This person didn't really represent themselves how they wanted to, okay? And then it was kind of like too late, I feel, okay? And we have an M, a gem, like you being a true gem, pile number 3. We also have REM, like REM, which could be REM sleep, or the band, REM. Anyway, for those of you old school people here with me, REM. I don't feel like REM is old school, but you know what I mean, okay? Also, somebody here could be like an EMT or like an emergency room personnel or work in the medical field, okay, is also what I'm seeing. I'm seeing someone here that could do something with cars or sales. Yeah, we have med, M-E-D. We also have the color red. Okay, so you guys might have been wearing red. Look at on the 8 of Cups when you walked away from this person. We have C, okay? We're just missing the A, but then we would have cream. We have an L, right? L's. I'm gonna get 2 more here for you, pile number 3, and then we're gonna be done with the initials for today. We have Melanie or Melissa or Mel, okay? Dell, D-E-L, like Dell computer. Let's see what else. Okay, I guess we have 4 more. We have a J, jelly, N, pen. We have an O, nope. I feel like some of you guys are like, nope, Natalie, I am done. Okay, and then we have an I. Yes, I'm done. I-M-D-O-N-E. I feel like some of you told this person, yeah, I'm done, okay? Anyway, pile number 1 or pile number 3, love you very much, my friends. I hope everybody take care and blessings on your path.